Hey, beautiful people. So, rumor has it Donald Wells is MIA. I wake up at 6 a.m. and Tiffany Marie is live and Donald Wells is MIA. Of course, I had to get all in this and find out what's going on. And surely he hasn't posted since the 14th. That's 4 days. That is abnormal behavior for Donald Wells. Oh my gosh. The lovely Aubrey sent me the link to the video that was actually done about Don being MIA. And I'm going to share that because, wow, I'm just wow right now. Where the hell is Don? Where the hell is Donald Wells? You can't disappear right now, bro. You can't do that. If it happened, and if it didn't, Candace lied again. So there is a chance. But as I understood it, she rolled over this morning to an empty side of the bed. And as I understood it, excuse me, the TBI or the cops, somebody told Dawn they know it wasn't an abduction. It's somebody other than me. And all of the other ones that believe that out there in the world. Uh, what the hell, I repeat, is going on? I mean, this has been one hell of a roller coaster ride. What's next? Or dare I even ask, what is next? So the last time we heard from Donald, he said, make this full. I want to thank all my Christian friends who believe in us. So I can't be Christian if I don't believe in you. I disagree. Okay, sorry. I never make it through his stuff. Okay. All right. Start over. I want to thank all my Christian friends who believe in us. It seems the ones with Jezebel's spirits are the ones who insist we're lying. This is how it will be before Christ's return. People will believe in the liar, Satan, that he's the real Christ and perform false miracles, and most people will believe his lies. I pray to God, our Father, that you all will read what the prophets say and understand, so you don't fall for the lies and lose eternal life. Please don't trust anyone unless they are commandment keepers, and don't believe any church unless they fully adhere to the prophets. This is a great lesson for all of us. Believe me, there will be no mistaking it when Christ returns. Love you all, and that's what Christ says. As I have loved you, love one another, so I love you. This doesn't look like Don. I'm sorry. I've read damn near every post. I won't say all because he might have slipped some in on me, but this doesn't read like him. I mean, it reads like him, but it's not written like him. Okay, he makes typos, but this is ridiculous. No, this is just ridiculous. Either I don't know, was he typing drunk or like this is not very good at all. And I don't know if somebody is writing on his behalf or what's up right here, but I'm gonna just give my opinion. I don't feel like he wrote this, which is even weirder because that would mean we hadn't heard from him since unless he wrote again that day. No, he did. Let me see. This one I read and it does look more like him. Let's see. One misspelling. I mean that's about right. About I give him about three misspellings. Not that you can't misspell, but this thing is just horrific. It's lousy with typos. I'm definitely not a Wells fan, but I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't read right to me. Like somebody else wrote it, or he just was completely not himself because grammatically, I mean, it's the worst I've ever seen from him. And that just means something to me. Anyway, outside of that, blah 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 is all it really says. He's thanking all the Christian friends that believe in them, and all the rest of us are Jezebel spirits. And that has something to do with Christ returning. And don't believe any church unless they're fully adhered. Well, you're the only one talking about a church, so I'm confused there. You know what? I'm gonna just leave that there, and y'all can rewind and work that one out because I just can't with that one at all. With the typos and the confusing context, I'm just gonna move on. But this caught my attention. It just did. It was right there. It I didn't even read it all. So let's see. Piss off Mark. Dawn, I have waited for this slip up, and now I wait to read the rest of the story. I tried warning you. God doesn't like being mocked. She loved me more than any. Goodness gracious, sorry, you guys. She loved me more than anyone ever has, and I don't know why. You said in your last statement. I knew that was guilt flying out of your face like projectile vomit. You might want to send Candace and her mom a smoke signal. Let them know they can stop packing. They're not going anywhere right now. You can keep running. You can hide out a minute, but you'll be found. You'll also be thrown under the bus for Rose Blythe's disappearance also. Candace is on a roll and a huggy face. Just interesting, right? I mean, it doesn't just, come off like somebody who's just angry and has an opinion. This feels like, sounds like, reads like, looks like somebody he knows or that knows him. Could just be a pissed off Mark. But wow, right? That one is man, I have waited for this slip up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe pissed off Mark has been in the comments. I don't really read comments. I don't really get into all that drama. Um, but every once in a while, you get a couple that they just catch your attention. They're relevant, or maybe they're just freaking funny or something. It draws you to it. That was one, the only one. And wow, I don't know. Where the hell is Don? You can keep running. You can hide out a minute, but you'll be found. Don has been a lot of places. I mean, a lot of different states he's lived in. But he always goes back, seems like, to Utah and I would say now Tennessee. But where's Don? Candace is on a roll. It kind of looks plural here. Candace is on a roll. Candace is on a roll. That's how I read that now that I reread it. Tell me what you think. And where the hell is Donald? Can we talk about this? I mean, we need to talk about this. And how old is Summer in this picture? Something else has just been bothering me. Random, I know, but they've given us all these different images. But if your child goes missing, wouldn't you want to just stay right there in that 4 to 5 year old range? Definitely any pictures you took yesterday or last week and make it official. Like, why put so many different visuals out here? She looks 6 in this. I mean, she looks really big in this picture. I don't know. They bother me so much. But this video was about where's Donald Wells and what's going on with all that. I'll keep digging, beautiful. I'll see you in the comments.
Had a strange, odd, weird phone call tonight that I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to kind of preface this by telling you that my phone was ringing most of the day today, and I kept trying, and it was a number, a person that I know very well. And we were kind of playing phone tag. And I'd kind of given up on the idea until, I don't know, about 9:30 tonight. My phone rings, and it's this person. They're not really a 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night type friend. And they say, I have something I need to tell you. So I'm going to set this up for you. This person lives in the area of Summer Wells. Summer Wells, of course, has been missing since June. There are no new updates that we are aware of at this time. And this afternoon, or sometime today, they had a sort of gathering ceremony for people to, come together and bring recognition for Summer. So my friend attended this, and she actually met Candace Wells and her mother, the senior Candace, the grandmother. And she observed some behavior that I'm going to share with you, but she was also given some information directly from Candace. Some of what Candace told her was hearsay, so I'm going to be upfront about that right now. And the rest comes directly from my friend. I have no reason to not believe or trust this person. They are a professional and they are bound by certain guidelines. And before I tell you what she said, I will go ahead and confirm that this was immediately shared with the TBI. So I would never come on here and tell you something that hadn't been reported. And I want to be clear. Some of this is my friend's direct observations, her direct experience. And then the second part is something that she was told. Okay? So let's get into it. She arrived, so my friend arrives at this event this afternoon, and she meets Candace. And she introduces herself, expresses her condolences. I am told that Candace did not seem very upset, to be grieving, or anything along those lines, but people grieve in different ways. So my friend is talking to her, what can we do? Some people are handing the children, because she had Summer's brothers with her, handing the children some money, and Candace kept saying, that money's for the gas tank, and then people would say, no, let the children keep the money, we'll give you money for gas. That's kind of extraneous information, but I feel like my head is just spinning and I have to tell you this. So at some point, my friend and Candace are talking, and Candace leans in and whispers to her, the TBI talked to Dawn last night and said they know that Summer hasn't been abducted. She leaned in and whispered, the TBI told Dawn, which is Candace's husband, that they know that Summer hasn't been abducted. And then she whispered, he left last night. I woke up this morning and I was alone in bed and I haven't seen him since. So I'll let that settle in for a second, because like I said, Candace telling my friend this, saying, Dawn said, is hearsay. But I am interested. Has anybody seen Dawn on social media today? I know he doesn't go to these vigil type events most of the time. I do think it's interesting that Candace had her other children with her today. So I don't know if, Dawn is home alone and this isn't true, but it's interesting. She then according to my friend, appeared to be stunned that she had kind of shared this information, so that she turned around and there were 4 or 5 people behind her, and she repeated it again to this group of people. I woke up this morning, Don wasn't there. Last night he told me that the TBI said that they know Summer wasn't abducted. Yes, H-Doc. This was said today, this afternoon. So, in addition to this, I'm told that the grandmother, who's also named Candace, is kind of, I don't know, in such a way trying to settle her own daughter down, Candace down. And then she tells everybody, the grandmother tells everybody, yeah, I'm leaving town for 3 months. So what's going on? Is everybody leaving? Is there an imminent arrest? Is Dawn talking to the TBI? Is Candace just not telling the truth? Is she making this up for attention? I don't know. I don't have answers for those things. All I can do is share with you what my friend has shared with me this evening. Again, I have no reason to doubt, mistrust on any level the person that shared this with me tonight. Because one, she was there. Okay, so she was there. She lives in the area. And two, if this turns out to be an untruth, it's because Candace isn't telling the truth. I will tell you, when I talked to my friend tonight, there was another person in the background adding into the story or kind of saying, yeah, that was, this happened or whatever. So, I had no reason to doubt my friend in the first place, but having a second person there, it confirmed it for me. And I really struggled with whether or not, I should share this with you. It is new information because it happened. I'm not saying that Dawn leaving happened. I'm saying that Candace said this at a public event today. This happened. So what is going on? Where is Summer? And I want to know what you guys think. Ashley Bryant, you're lost. Okay. This afternoon, I had a call from one of my friends, and she lives in the area, and she'd gone to an event, like a vigil type of remembrance thing for Summer Wells, who's missing, been missing since June. While she was there, she met Candace Wells, Summer's mom. She introduced herself, they exchanged some pleasantries, and in a really odd, out of the blue way, she leaned in and whispered to my friend, the TBI told Dawn last night they know Summer was not abducted. Dawn left last night. I woke up in the bed and I was alone. That's what she said. And now Summer's grandmother is stating that she's leaving town too. After Candace had told my friend this very quietly, there were a couple other people around. She turned around and she announced it rather loudly. Not screaming, but first she whispered it to my friend, then she realized what she said, and then she said it to everybody. So, what do you guys think is going on? Do you think that Dawn left? Do you think that Dawn is now working with the TBI? For what we know, Dawn wasn't there when Summer disappeared. So if he wasn't there truly when Summer disappeared, everything he's been saying in the press is repeating what his wife has told him and what his mother-in-law has told him. Is this a pressure tactic by TBI? What is going on? I don't know why Candace would say this. I really don't. I really, really don't. Maybe she's trying to deflect from herself, and somehow she thought that made Dawn look guilty. Like, oh, Dawn ran off. Is it possible that Dawn ran off? Sure. It's plausible that anybody would run off at this point. So that is pretty much in a nutshell. That's why I am on here. I've never done a live before. Don't have a video on my channel. Don't have any subscribers. But I wanted to share this with you guys because I sat with it for quite a few, I would say a good 30, 40 minutes, and didn't know what to do with it. And thought, well, I could report it, but I don't know if it's true. I know what my friend told me is true. I don't know if what Candace said was true, if that makes sense. Nobody be really clear. And my friend did report this to the TBI. So that was something that was really important to me. And I made sure that, I asked that had been done. Because I would never go on here with that kind of information if it hadn't been reported. Why would Summer's grandmother go away for 3 months? I don't know. And I asked my friend that question. I said, so was there any follow-up to that? Did she say where she was going, why she was going? And my friend said, no, it was just out of the blue. She just said, oh, I'm going away for 3 months too. Oh. And then she said under her breath, first there was one and now I've got two. And we could only, she said, first there was one, and now I've got two. And the only thing that I can think of she meant by that was, first my own daughter's missing, and now my granddaughter's missing. There's two. I don't know. But there is something going on with the younger Candace, the mother of Summer, definitely. Here you go. Okay, so Scott H., you say you live in Kingsport, but you're familiar with Beach Creek. Okay, so that is kind of the deal with my source too, who happened to drive out there for this event today. And it was funny because yesterday when I was talking to her on the phone, she casually mentioned that she was going out to this thing. And I was like, and she said, I may try to talk to Candace. And I was thinking in my head, well, gosh, there's going to be so many people there and she's going to be surrounded. And, if you get to say hi, I want to know what your thoughts are. But, I thought there was a slim chance. And then today when my phone started blowing up and we were playing phone tag and we didn't get to talk about what happened until 10 o'clock tonight. And then I just kind of sat there, like very weighted down, because it's not, let's be honest, this isn't something that's going to break the case. It's just interesting because we haven't heard anything. And why would somebody say something like this? But my friend told me that there were very few people there, very few people at this event, and that she was able to walk right up to Candace and, like I said, introduce herself. And then Candace was just almost inappropriately open with her, and even kind of mentioned about personal space. Like she said, I had to be like 10 inches from her face when she was telling me this. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? She said, I hope you guys can hear me. She said that Candace did not seem like she was under the influence of anything tonight. But she did say that she believed there was something cognitively wrong with her. A little on the, I hate saying slow, but she's not neurotypical. And she also mentioned that she had a little bit of what looked like Bell's palsy in the face, like a slight paralysis. I think it's interesting if what Candace told my friend today turns out not to be true. That means that Candace was lying, not only in a whispering voice to my friend, but then whipping around and telling everybody in the crowd behind her the same thing. And you got to wonder why. On the other hand, maybe it's true. Maybe we'll hear something tomorrow. I don't know. So, like I said, everything that Don knows about this case, taking into consideration he was at work, if all that's true, if he's at work, he did the 911 call, which we haven't heard yet. We've heard the dispatcher, but we haven't heard the actual call. If he was at work 40 minutes away and he made the 911 call and he was not there when Summer disappeared, everything that he knows is based on what his wife told him and what his mother-in-law told him, and perhaps his children that were inside the house. I don't know.